We're here looking at inspection, citation, employer contest, abatement, where the rubber meets the road in health and safety. And let's face it, we're here because of the courageous actions of some families in Nevada to bring this before us. But the problems depicted in the OSHA report, slow investigation, modest penalty, employer contest or threatened contest, reduced penalty, family and employees not involved in investigation and settlement, and uncertain abatement. Unfortunately, those are characteristics of a lot of things that happen in the safety and health world now, not just in Nevada, not just in state plans, but elsewhere, and that's what we have to talk about correcting. There are a lot of statistics in my testimony, but statistics don't put guards on machines or conduct confined space entry programs. We have to talk about what's really going to level the playing field between state and local, state and federal upward, and take advantage of the innovations in both directions. Now, state plans are historically a compromise back in 1970. Some of us felt that giving back enforcement to agencies that we were replacing federal with state with federal to level the playing field between the states. But the essence of the interaction is equalizing upward. Since that argument, the two things have emerged, I think, that changed the terrain. One is the notion of multi-plant, multi-state agreements to abate hazards, which are disadvantaged in the state program system, absent the example I've given. And the other is the coverage of public employees, which exists in state plan states and not elsewhere. And this is a large segment of our population. And so those two issues have to be addressed in trying to abate these problems. Now, there are a lot of statistics about the differences between state and federal enforcement, and what they boil down to is two questions. Why do states appear to classify violations as lower gravity, lower penalty than federal OSHA? And on the other hand, why does federal OSHA appear to be less productive in terms of investigations and total citations? And we have to understand the reason why that's happening. There should not be a trade between productivity and quality, and we should be equalizing everything upward and taking advantage of both experiences to improve protections across the country. In my testimony, there's some more detailed analysis of the differences in the statistical measures between Nevada and state plans and OSHA in general. We need to have a system that recognizes statistical abnormalities, things that are operating outside the system and responding to them. But ultimately, the oversight of these programs depends on individual case reviews. That's why we're here, because of individual case reviews. Individual case reviews tell a story that people can use, whereas numbers are numbers and can be interpreted in a lot of different ways. At the end of my testimony, I cite an example which may be a way forward, the explosion in Corbin, Kentucky, taken up by the Chemical Safety Board. There's an example of both a lost opportunity, protections not extended across the country from a tragic accident, and it also depicts the power of a complete case review, looking for failures in regulation, failures in enforcement, failures in state program, in this case activity, but I submit that it has to be applied in the federal system equally as well to move forward. Thanks very much.